Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel where I share tips and tricks for a long and healthy life. And today I have great news for you guys. Finally, science approved our favorite kind of breakfast on a daily basis. I am very happy because personally I have one boiled egg every morning or close to that. And I'm very happy for the confirmation that I will not end up with any cardiovascular disease or high level of bad cholesterol. So yay, comrades, we win! Yes, I know, before they used to recommend the consumption of fewer than 3 eggs a week, but those were relatively small or moderate-sized studies. These researchers instead found their answer by analyzing data from 3 large, long-term and multinational studies, and they claim that 1 egg a day for most people do not increase the risk of any cardiovascular disease or diabetes. And I do not even want to start on the benefits of eggs because that was told to you by your mother, by your grandmother, or any relative or any close person. But now, what kind of eggs are fine for me every day? White, brown, small, big, jumbo, natural, organic, vegetarian fed, non-GMO. There are so many labels. My head was spinning in the supermarket and I'm sure it's confusing for all of you. So let's figure this out together right now. But before we jump in, hit the notification bell and the subscribe button so you're always in the loop with my latest videos. I never thought that figuring out how to buy eggs will be one of the troubles in my adult life. Because as a child, I would go shopping together with my mother, and those would be some open markets where the people will be standing with their merchandise in front of them and you could have an open conversation. You could ask anything. And the only difficulty my mother would have in those times was actually reading their face when she would ask, "Are the eggs fresh?" Because nobody ever said, "No, they're not fresh. I can't sell them for about 3 days now." So you either trusted them, either they'll make you trust them. The choice was on your own risk, as it is today. But today, the choice is much bigger. So let's start with the obvious on the exterior, the color. We all know that there are brown eggs, which I don't have here, and the white eggs. The color of the eggs, it depends solely on the chicken's genetics. So, if the color of the egg is brown, that means the chicken feathers are darker color, which can be brown or red, something like that. The white eggs just mean that the chicken feathers are white or light color. It has nothing to do with the nutrition capacity of the egg itself. Now, big or small size eggs. The big eggs are made from older chicken and they are fuller of water. There might be 2 yolks, which is pretty normal. The small eggs are from younger chicken and they are fuller of proteins and vitamins. Also be sure to choose thick cover of the egg because that means they have more vitamin D. Now about the label omega-3. This means that the chickens were fed a supplemented feed, which as a consequence will create eggs which will contain more than the normal amount of omega-3 in it. But that term is not exactly regulated and there is no way to really prove that consuming these eggs you will have a higher level of omega-3. You'll be better off by investing in your own flax seeds, chia seeds, and fish oil or any other supplements. You will notice that eggs are having a marking on it. Sometimes that's just production and expiry date that will just let you know how fresh these eggs are. The others are having a certain number code with like letters and numbers, which is good to figure out for yourself because that will tell you the category of these eggs. If the number starts with number 3, that means those are regular eggs. Those are commercially farmed eggs. And there are 3 types, grade A, grade AA, and grade B. Grade B I never really saw, because those seems to be the lowest quality of eggs with the thinnest yolk and even some blood in it. They are used only for liquid or powdered eggs. Grade AA are the finest eggs. Their whites are clean and firm, their yolks are free of defects, and their shell is strong enough and has no cracks. Compared to AA, grade A eggs are also having clean whites, but they are less firm, and the yolk is less protected by the albumin. Now, if the code on the egg starts with number 2, that means barns. They are grown in big barns, which means there are many chickens in one small cage, and their wings and beaks are clipped. And also that means no exposure to sunlight at all. When the code starts with number 1, there are 2 categories in it: cage-free and free-range. In those cases where it says cage-free on the eggs, that means that those hens were grown in dark and tight conditions with their wings and beaks clipped. Also, they still live exclusively indoors. The free-range hens, instead, they do have some exposure to sunlight, to outdoors in some part of their lifetime. Finally, when the code on the egg starts with number 0, that means the eggs are organic or organic vegetarian fed. The organic certification is regulated by USDA. It ensures that the hens are cage-free, they are not fed any antibiotics or hormones, they are fed an organic diet, and they must ensure that the hens are having access to outdoors, which is also limited in a way because still not all the hens throughout their life get to go outdoors. So this is much better than the previous categories, but is not the perfection. The organic vegetarian fed eggs are from the hens that were not fed any meat or fish feed or supplements. Well, it's still kind of weird because normally chickens are omnivores. In their wildlife, they will eat insects and worms, which this is their protein. In this case, they are fed only vegetarian feed, and even the supplements of their protein, it can be something like soybean. Sometimes you will see pasteurized eggs. That means that the eggs have been pasteurized in order to reduce foodborne illness. That means that you can also have these eggs in the raw form. Finally, pasture-raised eggs. Those are coming from hens that are free to roam in open grasslands. They were fed an organic diet including bugs and worms, and they were not given any antibiotics or hormones. They had exposure to sunlight, and those eggs have better nutritional profiles, more vitamins, more beta-carotene, more omega-3 and vitamin D, which we're so craving to get it from. There are more labels out there, but don't follow into the marketing tricks and just follow your knowledge. That will be the most wise. I hope I lit some lights on your street and now you'll make your choices consciously and not just because it says all natural or any other fancy word on the box. Favor this video so you can return to it easily in case you get all confused in the supermarket again. And keep your friends in the know by sharing it with them. Give this video a like if you did so, subscribe, and be there for the next one. Stay safe and healthy with Irina. Forgot the letter R. R.